Good afternoon, everybody. This is Susan. I'm doing the vignette of Sandy Bunkley and Alicia. Good afternoon, Alicia. How are you doing today?
Um, Not too good.
I'm sorry to hear that. Can you tell me what's going on?
Um, well, since we last met, I found out that Patrick's cheating on me. Um, he left his phone in the living room, and I saw a message that came in, and apparently he's been having an affair with a woman from his job.
I'm very sorry to hear that. How are you? How does that make you feel?
Um, I mean, I don't really think there's one way to describe it. Like, I feel overwhelmed. I feel like I've been taken for granted.
Mhm.
And then I also just feel like a failure. You know, I feel like I do everything I can to be a good wife and be a good mom and, doing all that while also trying to finish school. It's really starting to take its toll, like and especially school.
Mm. Why don't you tell me what's going on with school?
Well, I mean, finals are coming up and it's my last semester. Like I really want to just finally make it to graduation and I just feel like with everything that's happening in our world right now in media, like it's it's for some the dynamic has shifted. Like I've almost become like the spokesperson for all black people, And I don't know if the professor realizes it or other people in the class realize it, but I really feel like a lot's being put on me, you know.
Do you feel like a lot's being put on you because you're the only African American woman in the class?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not in the exact same situation, but I understand with everything that's going on currently in our world. As a Muslim person, uh, the rest of the world is kind of
Yeah,
looking at me as the representation of my own culture.
exactly.
So I do understand that the stress that it can cause, not exactly the same kind, but I do know that it can be kind of worrisome, and you're kind of always on your toes.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell me more about what's going on at home?
Um, I mean, I just don't know what else I can do. I make sure the house is clean. Like, I cook dinner, I wash dishes, I do the laundry, I fold the laundry. Anytime, our child needs something, I'm always up and at it, because I try to take into account that he's working all the time and but I'm working too, and I have school and I just feel like that's not an excuse to just, you know what I mean? Not be held accountable for, responsibilities. But I feel like if there's things that he do, I have to do it or it won't get done. So then that really just leaves me with doing everything and just a lot of weight on my shoulders.
So, do you mean that you're feeling unsupported in your home life, and it's affecting your school life as well?
Yeah, exactly. It's hard. I don't know if men deal differently with things, but I feel like as a woman, it's if stuff's not going well at home, it really does affect everything else.
Hmm.
You know, it's hard to really focus on my schoolwork when my whole life is falling apart at home. You
Hmm.
know, it's hard to focus on my schoolwork when people are have these unrealistic expectations of me, like as though I am the activist for all people of color everywhere. It's not fair.
It seems like we're talking about two different scenarios here. You have your home life, and then you have your school life. I mean, at the moment, which one would you like to focus on talking about?
Home maybe because I feel like what's happening at home is really affecting everything else. And and cheating is really just we took vows and like you know I'm not like I wasn't I didn't grow up to believe in divorce and I kind of feel stuck.
Hmm. And overall, how are you dealing with the whole scenario of finding everything out? How is your relationship now currently with him?
I kind of feel like I'm just going through the motions. Some days it's easy. It feels like it's easier to pretend like it's not happening, but it is happening and it's very real because it's affecting my actions. Like I feel like I've become like a self-proclaimed FBI agent, like looking for things and clues and to find out like, oh, if he was lying about this the whole time, what else is he lying about? And it's like driving me insane.
I'm sensing like your hurt and your anxiety regarding the situation. If I'm getting this right, because you found out that he's cheating, you're just very upset and overwhelmed with everything, not only at home, but, in school. Um,
Well, I mean, part of me really feels like it's my fault, you know? Like, I know, like, someone might say to me, like, oh, like, it's not your fault. He's the responsible for this. But, like, this isn't the first time he's cheated.
mhm.
Like, right before we got married, I found out that he cheated. But, like, I forgave him and he promised that it would never happen again. And then I also just didn't want to deal with, like, the embarrassment of talking to my family about it,
Mhm.
And so like we went through with everything, like, and I thought everything was fine, and then this, like, a woman you work with, seriously, like, you see her every day, you know, like, how does that make me feel? Like when I feel like in between, like, him going to work, me going to work, and going to school and taking care of the baby, like, it's it's just like I'm over here, like, trying to like slip in time for you when I can, and then just like the whole time you've been giving your time to another woman, it just really makes me feel like I'm not enough, and then it also makes me feel like I put myself in this situation.
It sounds like you're feeling very betrayed right now,
Yeah.
on top of the feelings of being overwhelmed with everything.